So if we choose to side with Joshua Graham, which of his 3 endings is the best one? I really struggled with this decision. I even recorded an entire argument defending one position before hours later I listened to it, changed my mind, scrapped it, and recorded this one. I do think that we learned that Joshua Graham is struggling with a lot of personal issues. Even though he says that he takes no joy in killing, I think that he reveals and eventually realizes that he was just trying to get revenge, that he was using Salt Upon Runes as a surrogate for taking out revenge upon Caesar, upon his exile from the Mojave, upon his own burned body. Once he realizes this, he finally agrees to show Salt Upon Wounds mercy. I think that those vengeful feelings of his were bad, and that it was good for him to get over that. Where I struggle is with whether or not allowing the Whitelegs to survive is best for Zion. What's the likelihood that if we leave Salt Upon Wounds alive, that he'll just leave forever and never come back? Now we learn from the ending slide that that's what happens. His loss made him lose all credibility, his tribe became more attractive prey to the 80s, he never joins the Legion, and he never again becomes a threat. So with the hindsight of knowing the actual ending, I think the merciful option is the best. The merciful option may diminish Joshua Graham's reputation, but he heals as a person, the sorrows defend themselves but also learn mercy, and more people have a positive outcome. So in my game, I chose the merciful option. But if we were looking at this from a real-world perspective, I would be very concerned about allowing Salt Upon Wounds to go. And yet at the same time, I don't feel right about executing soldiers in times of war. If you have prisoners of war, I do think that it's immoral to execute them. And that's what we've got here. By the time we reach the execution scene, the Whitelegs are done. They have been defeated. Joshua Graham has decimated them, and we essentially have prisoners of war. But the flip side to that is we're no longer in a civilized society. This is the wasteland. We don't have an accord whereby warring parties treat each other with dignity and respect, where an international community watches over the well-being of captured prisoners of war and punishes people who make war crimes. In a world without any form of institutionalized justice, the only justice you can bring is the justice you can deliver. I think killing Salt Upon Wounds here is justice. It gives Salt Upon Wounds what was coming to him. It sends a message to the other tribes not to mess with the dead horses and the sorrows, making it more likely that both tribes will be safer in the future, and it takes away what is potentially a lifetime of dread that Salt Upon Wounds may someday come back for revenge.